Good evening, everyone. This is Gambell with simpleroptions.com, and in tonight's free video I wanted to recap some of our earnings trades from today. So Facebook is the first one that we're going to look at, and initially this looked pretty good because we were looking at the idea that this might be able to hover near 150. As we drift a little bit later here into the end of the day, you can see that it's trading closer to 147.28. So that's not exactly what we wanted to see for the unbalanced fly around 150. We should still be able to work around it, though I'd like to see a little bit of a bid tomorrow morning to make that a little bit easier to exit. Another way that you could look at trading this, and I like being able to go back and forth between these various accounts to put on different types of spreads, but I was looking at the idea that Facebook wouldn't do a whole lot around earnings. So I looked at setting this up with the short strangle, selling the 150 put, selling the 152 call, and taking in a $4.60 credit on that. So with a move like this, this is pretty close to what you're wanting to see. So even though this one does take on quite a bit more risk, it should be a little bit easier to manage at the open. Both of them are still, pretty much right in line with what I was trying to do. Now another place is Tesla, and as it sits at current prices, this will actually be the better of the two. And that's kind of the idea with earnings, is you don't know which of them is going to work out great, which of them is going to be not so great, so you just try to balance all of that out. As we look at what we've got going on here, you can see that Tesla is trading right around 310 in the extended session, and by initiating the iron fly that utilizes a short 312 straddle, that's pretty much exactly where you would like to be. Now on this type of a position tomorrow, remember too that you do not have to close out the entire trade. These long strikes will lose a good bit of their value, which we intended on doing, and then all you really need to focus on is buying back the short straddle at a better price, or essentially a smaller debit than the credit you received there at $13, and that should be very manageable. Now another way that I looked at trading Tesla, kind of the same thing where you just kind of balance your ideas among each other, but another one that I was looking at here was another unbalanced butterfly where I like trading these with a little bit smaller size and then widening out the wings, because you can see here we've done this $10 wide. So my idea was that if it did pull back to 300, that's where this spread would actually butterfly out the best. By taking in a 38-cent credit, I have no risk to the upside, and if we open right here around 308 tomorrow, well then all of the premium here will dissolve. The 310 puts will still hold their intrinsic value, and that's basically what you're trying to do around those earnings reports. So just kind of a follow-up on some of those strategies that I like to use. Obviously we did the kind of the inverse of that on Apple, and that continues to work out well, and I think those are great strategies that you can continue to apply to your earnings trades. One other thing I wanted to make sure that you are aware of, tomorrow night, Thursday, May 4th at 7 p.m. Central Time, Bruce Marshall is going to be giving a webinar on taking a look under the hood of Money Managers Exposed. So just kind of looking at the side of managed money and how a lot of times people just give away money to situations like that, and it's really a focus on looking at that and how you can shift that to take control of your own finances and I think do a much better job of it that way. So if that's something you're interested in, Bruce will be doing that tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central, and I hope to see you there.